The city is literally packed with tons and tons of these 3, 4, 5-story places, all with unique characteristics depending on when they were built. Must be like an old church or some sort of worship place. Look at the size of that round window there. Must be 10 feet wide, something like that. Whew. Wow. Check out these amazing trees lining this old pathway. Gigantic walkway that's like, I don't know, 30 feet. I don't know, what is this? Maybe like 20 yards? I can't guess, but it's the sidewalk is bigger than the street, which is a good thing. All right, so at the moment I'm walking over to the Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum, and then there's another little house that shows where Ho Chi Minh worked out of. Be interesting to see some of that. I only know a little bit about Ho Chi Minh, but you know, you want to know a little bit about it? Okay, Ho Chi Minh's vestige in the presidential palace area. Entrance of $40,000 per person, which is less than $2. Not too bad. Okay, look at that giant palace over there. Beautiful. Just got into the entrance. About to walk down the other way, but that's a pretty awesome place. I would totally live there. Okay, so some kind of underground tunnel. A lot of these people are going down here, so I guess I'll go down and see what it is. I have no idea. Never mind, the underground tunnel is just a bunch of bathrooms. I thought it was something cool. Okay, back out. Here's some entries from a recent photo contest. A lot of beautiful shots. This is actually from 2024, so very recent. They look awesome. And it goes and goes over across the way there. Okay, so this is cool. These are cars that President Ho Chi Minh was driven in or drove, one of the two. They serviced him one way or the other. Pretty sweet, huh? Man, these are like well kept, like brand new style. Beautiful cars. This one's my favorite. This little Peugeot over here. Look at the lines on that puppy. Oh, it's gorgeous. All right, so there's a huge mural of Ho Chi Minh, actually made out of a bunch of pictures of flowers. Pretty impressive. So he was the president and worked here from the 50s through the 60s, 1954 to 1969. Did all of his planning and stuff here, and he was for North Vietnam. I don't know all the details of the Vietnam War, which of course the United States should not have been part of in any way, but that's a whole other issue. But yeah, so he was the guy that at the time Americans were fighting. But we have progressed very far, as you can see. This would have been actually one of the meeting rooms where Ho Chi Minh and his folks met up to discuss plans. There's a gorgeous little pond. Very large pond, very tiny lake type of thing, right outside of the Ho Chi Minh house. Beautiful. Imagine having this thing in your backyard. And we have a peacock in his own little house. Not exactly. Oh, and there's another bird or two in there too. Maybe they let it out every once in a while. It gets to walk around. It's a nice hallway, pathway. You can walk down between these beautiful trees, and if you want to spend a couple hours reading stuff, there's a lot of interesting tidbits over there that you can look at. Some workers maintaining the grounds over here. And then you can see here, there's several of these around the place, audio guides. You can opt to get something like that and walk around, and there'll be an audio guide in different languages as you walk around. So I believe this is the, this is like the house, the four-stilted house. Beautiful little place. And they have goldfish. That's a bonus. Sweet meeting table under there. I would totally live in somewhere like this, especially if the upstairs was updated. Man, this place is very well designed. And more than half a century old. Just a lovely little 2-room place with a bedroom and then a study. Absolutely gorgeous. And then you have all of these wraparound patio that goes around. So we're standing on something that was made later just to show it off so people don't wear down the stuff. Those lemons on that tree, they're about 8 inches wide. Those might not be lemons. Lovely little walking bridge here that just goes over edge of this pond. Pretty awesome. It's the view from the opposite side of where we first saw the pond. And right in the middle of the Ho Chi Minh complex, there of course is a bunch of interesting merch and snacks and souvenirs and things like that that you can stop by and pick up. Even some sandals if you want. Sandal vendor right there in case you needed sandals right in the middle of the Ho Chi Minh visit. Alright, so we emerge out into this ginormous garden area with a lady up there in a sort of music video singing. I don't know what she's singing. And then across the way here is the mausoleum. Look how beautiful that thing is. It's huge. Okay, so up behind me you can see the gigantic mausoleum back there. I don't think you're allowed to enter it, but that's where Ho Chi Minh lies in rest, and it's giant. It's almost like its own version of a pyramid. Gorgeous spot. And then of course they have guards and stuff that stand around to keep a watch and stuff. Pretty sweet. And then they continue us along this very long path here. We'll see what comes up next. There's a museum this way, 1-pillar pagoda, reception area, etc. So I do want to check out the museum, but let me walk by some of this merch first. Look at these beautiful dresses and clothing you can get here. Those hats. A lot of lovely stuff if you have a way to carry them. Ooh. Cool Vietnam hats. There's a festive little area to grab some snacks and souvenirs as well. This is right in front of the One Stilt House, which I'll have to read up on what that is in just a moment. Wow, look at this place, man. Gorgeous little pagoda on top of this column with a water lily pond around it. And somebody took the time to really make this into something beautiful. Long time ago. Chan Nan Qua, illustration of the law of karma. I'll have to read some of this. It's the first time where I've seen actual karma stuff laid out. You know, you always hear about it and talk about it in society, but this is interesting. Now, I did find it interesting that we've already found animals in cages and birds or fish in aquariums already on this property. But hey, you know what? It is what it is. Okay, there's a pagoda here. We're entering. Bunch of beautiful, almost like parade sculptures or something. I'm not really sure what they're used for, but wow, look at this. That's gorgeous. Similar to many temples I've seen in Thailand, but there's a difference here in some of the design and things like that. Wow. Oh, okay, so these guys are doing like an active prayer in here. Coming out of the pagoda now, and right in front of us is this huge museum, Ho Chi Minh Museum. This is giant, guys. It looks like a soccer stadium or something that size. So let's go and see what there is.
Shall we exit through here?
Okay, this time around I decided to forego the walking through the museum. First of all, it's really huge and I only have a limited time here. Second of all, I think there's a separate ticket you have to buy, and I'm trying to stick within a certain budget for the week. And yeah, honestly, this place is massive and there's a few other things I want to see. So let's go see some of that stuff. There you have a giant Vietnamese flag blowing in the wind in front of the museum. It's actually quite a beautiful and simple flag, just red satin finish with a yellow star. Nothing complicated, beautiful. It's crooked. Alright, hope this camera can pick it up, but we're on just a huge sort of runway area, maybe where they do parades or something, maybe training out here. It's massive, just this concrete slab that runs along the whole front of the Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum and stuff, which is over there. Hundreds of people gathered around here right now. Even with hundreds of people, it's barely full. It's such a huge square. And then right next to it, there's a big open green grass area with a bunch of people working there to maintain the lawn. And then I guess that's like a government building behind it. I don't know. Man, that traffic was heavy after leaving the Ho Chi Minh thing, and there was a certain spot where there was literally no break in traffic and no stop lights, so I pretty much had to wait like 5 minutes before I could find a break to get through, but I finally did. And now I'm at the other edge of this giant lake. I don't know what you can see behind me. It's a little bit hazy off in the distance, but you can see all across the way there is a cityscape. Just a small part of this big city. I'm going to walk over here towards the, there's a monument over here, and then a John McCain memorial, the last, one of the last good Republican people in our country. Following costumes are not allowed. I'm wearing that costume. It's a little western town. Alright, on the way back home here from the Ho Chi Minh thing, just around the corner from the hotel. Quan 31. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that right, but ordered up some chicken wings and salad and some water. And yeah, let's do this. Oh yeah, just look at this salad. You got pineapple on there, olives, tomatoes. Man, looks awesome.
Got it.